Welcome to this video on crafting a qualitative study. In this session, we will walk through the flexible, adaptive nature of qualitative research design. You'll learn how to develop research questions, engage with participants, analyze qualitative data, and adhere to ethical standards throughout the research journey. Designing a qualitative study. Qualitative research doesn't follow a fixed formula. There is no single agreed upon design that researchers must follow. Instead, qualitative research is shaped by flexible design principles, allowing researchers to adapt their methods to the research context. Every project begins with identifying a real-world issue or problem. From there, researchers engage with relevant empirical evidence and existing literature to build a strong foundation for framing qualitative questions, choosing appropriate methods for data collection, and guiding the process of analysis. Literature review timing. One of the unique aspects of qualitative research is that the timing of the literature review is flexible. Researchers may examine relevant literature at the beginning to guide their questions. Others may choose to delve into existing research later in the process, especially when interpreting findings. Sometimes, literature is used simply to justify the significance of the research problem. This flexibility allows for a more organic and exploratory approach. Structure and expression in qualitative projects. The way a qualitative research project is structured and written can vary significantly. While some studies adopt a traditional academic report format, others use creative formats such as storytelling, poetry, or even theatrical performance to present findings. These expressive forms allow researchers to convey participants' lived experiences in a more nuanced and engaging manner, especially when working within arts-based or participatory research frameworks. Theoretical lens and assumptions. Qualitative studies begin with broad assumptions about the world and the social realities being studied. Researchers use a theoretical lens, such as feminist theory, critical race theory, or phenomenology, to guide their inquiry. They define key domains and concepts they intend to explore, for example, customer satisfaction, brand identity, or consumer intentions. This theoretical framing not only informs the design but also anchors the interpretation of findings. Formulating research questions. Research questions in qualitative studies are open-ended and exploratory. Instead of being fixed from the start, they are designed to evolve as the study progresses. These questions are tailored to the context and participants and often reshaped after initial conversations and feedback. The evolving nature of the questions helps researchers better understand the problem from the perspective of those experiencing it. Data collection approach. Qualitative research involves the collection of rich, descriptive data using multiple sources such as interviews, focus groups, observations, and documents. The goal is to capture the complexity of participants' experiences. As new insights emerge, researchers often revise their questions and techniques. This responsive process allows for a deeper engagement with the research setting and subjects. Data analysis in qualitative studies. Once data is collected and securely stored, researchers begin the process of analysis. This involves coding and categorizing the data into themes, dimensions, or patterns. Qualitative data analysis is inherently interpretive and abstract. Researchers move from raw textual or visual data to conceptual understandings that help explain the research question. This step is often iterative, meaning researchers return to the data multiple times to refine their themes. Presenting the study. The final report in a qualitative study may follow a traditional format, including sections on the research problem, questions, methods, and findings. However, the narrative is shaped by the analysis and may also include participants' voices and stories. Whether it's structured or creative, the key is that the presentation remains authentic to the research experience and responsive to the data. Ethics in qualitative research. Ethical considerations are central at every stage of qualitative research. Since researchers often enter participants' real world environments and collect sensitive personal data, maintaining confidentiality and gaining informed consent is essential. Researchers must be respectful, transparent, and mindful of the time and emotional labor they ask of participants. Ethical vigilance ensures that the study not only meets academic standards but also honors the dignity and autonomy of those involved. Recap and conclusion. To recap, crafting a qualitative study is a creative, iterative, and ethical process. From the formation of research questions to the collection and analysis of data, each stage involves deep engagement with context and meaning. A strong qualitative study is one that remains flexible, values participant voices, and maintains integrity in its approach and presentation. Thank you for watching, and we hope this overview has deepened your understanding of how to design a meaningful qualitative research project.